Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. It is week number 14, and it is once again time for me to release my team and player prop picks from Bet365. And I've already given you some player props over there, but now it is time to take a look at some team props. And we're going to lead it off with the Baltimore Ravens team total of only 13.5 this week at home against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks defense has been up and down at times, but pretty good on the road, actually, surprisingly, this season. But if you take a look at their last three road games, haven't necessarily played some great talent either. And I think even though they've played some bad offenses, and even though the Ravens' offense is beat up a little bit, they're still formidable with some of the guys they have. Matt Schaub going for over 300 yards last week. I think the cross-country trip for the Seahawks could lead the defense to giving up a few more points than 13 this week. Baltimore could easily get blown out too and score a couple of garbage time touchdowns as well, cashing the over in this one. If you look at the odds, even money at plus 100 is the value for the over in this one. I think that adds to my play in this one. I'm going to go over 13.5 for the Ravens team total this week. Now, another team total I have my eye on is the New England Patriots, over under 24.5 on Sunday night in Houston. And I think the over is actually a pretty good play on this one as well. With J.J. Watt, broken hand, he could be limited just a little bit, even though it looks like he is going to play with a cast on as well. And only once have the New England Patriots failed to score 20, at least 25 points in a game, even with the Houston Texans defense playing much better. And, of course, the New England Patriots offense a little banged up right now with the loss of Edelman and Gronk. Still think that the Patriots can go over at least here 25.5. Danny Amendola and some of the other guys should fill in quite nicely here for this one. Now, finally, the Saints and the Buccaneers play in a game that should be one of the more higher scoring contests of the week. I'm going with a field goal total, though, on this one at 3.5. And I think the over, once again, for the third time in this video, should be a pretty good play at minus 120. These two teams have given up a combined 42 field goals on the year made, and even more, obviously, attempts than that. And with a high scoring total here, potentially of about 50 points, I think you're looking at a game where both teams could easily kick a couple of field goals, if not more, in this one. The weather looks like it is going to be fantastic from Tampa this weekend as well. And on top of that, if you look at it, Tampa Bay has a red zone conversion percentage of only about 50% this year. I think they'll be seeing the red zone a ton against this New Orleans Saints defense. Whether or not they convert on more attempts in this game remains to be seen, but I think it could lead to at least a couple field goals for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. So take over 3.5 field goals between the Bucs and the Saints. Add it to those other two team totals, and those are your team prop betting picks for Week 14. Best of luck to you on both, or all three of those, excuse me. Make sure to check out the player props as well, like I mentioned. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.